are you doing there, Willie?
So, we had a drama with our hot water service when we were at Huskisson on the New South Wales south coast a few months ago, and it was just the relief valve that comes off the top of the hot water outlet. Anyway, we replaced it. That was all good. And then I noticed that we had a leak. If you have a look over here, we had a drip that was coming out of this cowling. That's a new cowling because we just had the hot water service changed out. And you can see where the water's been running down there. And it was like drip, 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 which wasn't a drama if you're in porous soil like we are here at sandy soil. But if you go to somewhere like Berry, where soil has a high clay content, it can puddle up pretty quick. Anyway, I'd been looking at it for a while thinking, what are we going to do? And the bottom line was, we, on the advice from Wayne, who owns a company called Caravan Help here in Wollongong on the south coast. Great guy, really knowledgeable. He's an auto electrician, licensed auto electrician. Ran the service department at Carlin's Caravans for like 6-7 years. Knows a lot about motorhomes. Anyway, so he said just change it out, weight for weight. So this we put a new. This is a b14, a Truma b14, holds 14 litres, and we just this was a 2010 model, and it never faltered, by the way. It was a fantastic unit, and 4 of us were showering every night for like, what, 2.5 years now?
2 years.
2 years. And yeah, so we got a later model. This is gas only, and we opted to go with the gas and electric model. Hang on, Alana, I'm just talking, darling. So what it was that was leaking was, I've checked all the connections, couldn't find, I'm a plumber, and I couldn't find where the leak was coming from. And then we noticed it was coming out of this pipe here, which sits at the bottom of your cow. And that was where it was coming from. So when we pulled the unit out, I decided to pull it apart because I was intrigued as to where it was coming from, and I couldn't work it out. And so what I did was, have a look. So that was your cold water inlet going in, and that was your hot water outlet coming back out to run hot water through your bus. And I've cut them off, I've grinded them off so I can get this vessel out. And what it does, it's a little bit tricky to get out, but
Mummy.
just bear with me, I did have it out before. We're running our way now. Okay, so if you come over here and have a look right inside here. Now on here, if you look on here, you'll see that that's obviously where the water has been running down there. And then if you have a look on the inside, you'll also see, get some sun on it, that it was running there. So it was hitting there, running down the bottom. That's got a bellow down the bottom. So the water was sitting on the bottom of the gas burner. And then obviously leaking out of the drain pipe, which is tied into the bottom of the vessel. I still couldn't work out, looking at it physically, I could not work out why it was leaking. And then we've seen this. If you have a look here, we've got a split in that rubber. Now the only thing I can think of is that may be pitted. Now, this is a stainless steel tank. I think all Truma systems are stainless steel, so they don't require an anode to be changed over every 12 months, which is actually really handy. But that's the only thing I can think of, is that's been pitted somewhere in that seal there. and the water was flowing down. Now, just so you know, in hindsight, we think we could have left that dripping for probably another year. It was already dripping for what, 3 months, Suze?
Yeah.
Wasn't really posing a problem at all.
Except for the little bit of rust on the bus from where it was dripping.
Yeah. So it wasn't a huge problem. We probably could have got away with it, but we just thought change it out whilst we can. And so we opted for a Truma b14 gas and electric. And the beauty of that is we're saving on gas. We're not going through so many of our gas bottles.
Yeah, because when you're in the park, you can just plug the electricity in and you got hot water all the time.
That's right, exactly right, yes. And it stays hot, whereas this model, Suze would have to turn the switch on, wait for it to heat up. How long would you wait? Normally 10, 15?
Yeah, because otherwise if you left it on, you'd just keep going through gas bottles.
Oh, you'd burn the gas.
Yeah.
Burn through it, yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And once again, the change out, we used Wayne from Caravan Help. Can't rate him highly enough. Like, he did a really, really good job. We did have
and he
to,
comes to you. He comes
and
out
he
to
comes
your
to
vehicle,
you. He'll travel to you. Yeah, exactly. Which is rare. It's really
very
rare to find mobile
caravan repairers.
Yeah, RV help, yeah. But I wanted to show you this too. Now, this is not structural, but I did have to cut out, we had to grind out a little bit of
Bus framing.
Yeah, a bit of the steel frame. And if you have a look at this bus, so like, if you stand back and sort of show them a bit, maybe at the front. This bus is 38 years old, right? 38 years old. And if you're worried about rust, have a look at this. This was in the undercarriage, so I've still got the paint on there. Still got full thickness. And all it is a little tiny bit of surface rust on the inside. I was really impressed with that. That's after 38 years, and I would call that maybe 5 millimeters thick. Yeah. So, the other thing I wanted to show you, another little easy thing. When we first got the bus, I was constantly worrying about how do I screw into it? What do I use to screw in, you know? Like, what's behind that skin? I don't want to be screwing bolts into there to put hooks along here, and whoever built it has got electrical wires running behind. I was always freaking out about it. And then we found these, look, little hook. It's a suction cup hook. We put them on every time we pull up somewhere. Just handy to have out the front door to put your hat, coat, whatever on. Just a little suction cup. And all you do, put it on, clockwise, do it up. Now you got a hook. Yeah.
They were pretty cheap too. They're just from Bunnings, weren't they?
They were super cheap. They were like $5, you know. They're just plastic. They look like they're chrome. They don't look ugly. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. So I just thought you might like to know a bit about that hot water heater, and also to say that that one that we originally had, the b14, the Truma, didn't fail once, not once, in the whole 2 years that we've been in this rig. And
yeah, the only thing with them is yeah, I just have to keep that vent clear, because
yes, yeah, have a look at this. Yeah, so this is where your burnt gas fumes come out.
Yeah.
When you're running it on gas, and all you got to do is put something like this chair
near it,
in the way like that, and when Suze flicks the switch up on the inside,
yeah, it'll cut out.
it won't ignite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't ignite because it's not getting rid of enough of the gas emissions.
Or if it's on and you put something too close, it'll cut out, because I guess it's a safety feature because it needs to have space for the for the air to get out.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, so I hope you guys found that handy. I suppose the takeaway would be, if it's dripping, you don't need to freak out. Have a bit of a look around and see what it is. Obviously check your connections first. Yeah,
Yeah, and
probably one more thing I would like to say. If you just follow me around here, we've got a detergent and water little test bottle that I spray on all of our gas connection points, whether it be for the barbecue, at the bottles themselves, on the regulator, on the hot water service. And I'll do that probably once a week. And if you see any bubbles, you've got a leak. And on top of that, we've fitted a 12 volt gas detector inside the bus. And the other thing to remember too, as far as where your gas bottles are, and they should always be down low and ventilated, is that LPG is heavier than air, and so it will always sit low. So you want to get the bottles down as low as you can.
and your gas detector down low as well.
And that's right, we fitted the gas detector right as low to the floor as we could possibly get it. Yeah. But yeah, very handy. Spray your connections.
And is that just like dishwashing liquid and water?
It can be any sort of dishwashing liquid. Over the years, I've used every brand available.
Yeah.
Whatever's available. And any sort of detergent. Anything that creates a bubble. If you see a bubble, you've got a leak. Anyway, so I hope that helps, guys. And one more plug to Wayne from Caravan Help. Fantastic service, really well priced. For the time that he was here and what he charged, like we both agreed, he should have charged more, didn't we, Suze?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So if ever you're on the south coast in the Wollongong area, he's the guy to call. I'll try and work out a way. I'm new to this YouTubing. I'll try and work out a way to go back into this clip and put his link in there. If anyone knows an easy way to do that, contact me and let me know. All right, guys, take care.